I don't know if you guys heard the news, but Doge, led by Elon Musk, has proposed making significant cuts to the Section 8 program. Now, this will affect about 3.5 million low-income families and landlords and property owners who depend on those payments from Section 8. They are also talking about reducing the Section 8 staff by 50%, resulting in delayed payments, delays in inspection, and all things Section 8. Now, here's my personal opinion. Of course, I can sympathize and empathize for people who depend on those programs. Having family members and people within the community, I know how this news may feel scary to them. But the truth is, Section 8 was never created or intended for people to stay on for a lifetime. I do believe there should be time limits, maybe 5 years, so it gives you enough time to go back to school, find a trade, get some training where you can secure employment to get those housing where you can go in the market and pay those competitive rent prices. Also, it gives an opportunity for the new people and a new group who can benefit from these programs to be ushered in. Also, with those who are disabled or senior citizens, I don't believe those Section 8 programs should be touched for them because there's no way they can go out in this market and afford that market rental prices. So if you are on Section 8, know someone on Section 8, Doge is putting you guys on notice. Get your affairs in order because this program will not look like what you've been accustomed to within the upcoming months. And that's just the truth.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sin, coming back with another one. Man, listen, man, I'm just on my lunch break, chilling or whatnot, getting ready to jump into this word. But, man, real quick, though, I wanted y'all to see that clip posted by Queen Truth. Shout out to Queen Truth. Go follow her on TikTok. You know, just dropping them gems and bringing awareness to what's happening in this country, what's happening, you know, within the government and this programming and what's going on in the system. You know, but I just want to tell y'all real quick, man, you know, it may be an unpopular opinion, but I think it's the Most High doing all of this. You know, the Most High is really shaking things up so people can draw back closer to him instead of leaning on this system and leaning on man and leaning on the government, you know, to provide for them. You know what I mean? When you think about scripture, when you think about Matthew 6:33, what does that say? It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahuwah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added on to you. But when you're on Section 8, you think about Section 8, you know, where the government is, you know, providing you with food, providing you with housing and stuff like that. Listen, bro, you know, you're not moving up in faith. You're not depending on the Most High. You're not seeking him. Instead, you're going to trust in the government. You're going to trust in what's taking care of you. And the Most High starting to shake all of that up because he knows that the whole Section 8 thing was just used as a weapon for the melanated community, for his people, for Yasharel. He know that that was a weapon, you know, used against us to keep us stagnant, to keep us in sin, you know, to keep us in darkness and not seeking him and his face and his righteousness, you know, his word, his truth. You're not doing none of that. You think of you go more so into what's taking care of you. You know what I mean? And depend on that instead of depend on him. So he's starting to shake all of that up. And when you think about some of the people that's been on Section 8 and getting these vouchers for housing and stuff like that, a lot of people have been on that for over 10 years. You know what I mean? Comfortable in that lifestyle for 10 years and not trying to do better for themselves, not trying to elevate because they too comfortable. You know what I mean? And it's keeping them in darkness, keeping them in sin. I know a lot of people out there was selling their food stamps, selling they link and their EBT, selling that stuff off for drugs and alcohol. You know, a lot of people when you get all of that money, all them food stamps, they was going in these stores just buying nothing but junk. And that's what this system wanted you to do. You know, it's buy nothing but junk. And when you see their cart, what's it full of? Frozen pizzas, snack cakes, you know what I mean? Steaks, lobster, you know what I mean? Just think, but it's supposed to be for, you know, to help families, women with kids out, to feed them. But We know that that's what it was going to. We know that it just wasn't about the kids. You know what I mean? You think about how child support be. We know, a lot of guys have waken up and known that the child support and don't even be child support. It don't be for the kids. It be to support a lot of these women lifestyle. And the same goes with Section 8. And now, a lot of people about to get hit. A lot of women gonna have to go back to work. And it is what it is. I'm not against it. Now, granted, there's people that really do need Section 8, really do need the help. You think about some of these young girls that, graduate high school, may make a mistake and have children, and don't have the support of their families and stuff like that. Because stuff happens. And they really do need the help. But a lot of the people that may be disabled, may be young, maybe older, you know what I'm saying, that can't work, they can't even get the voucher. They can't even get on Section 8 because it's getting used by able-bodied people that's been on it for 10, 15, 20 years. And they not doing nothing while they've been on it. They ain't trying to get out of no debt. They ain't trying to better themselves. They ain't trying to better their health. They ain't trying to better their spirit. They ain't doing none of that. So a lot of the time, while they sitting there comfortable, not working, not doing nothing, what are they doing? They chasing the lifestyles of the celebrities. They too busy giving all of their energy and time into entertainment and false idols and all of that stuff. The Most High tired of it too. So you'll be crazy to think that he not playing a part in this. Do I agree with all of the things that this new administration is doing? No. Especially when it's hurting the people that really just trying to do right and take care of their families and, work to make a living. I don't agree with, taking their jobs away and all of that other stuff that's going on right now. But when it comes to this situation, I understand why it's happening. And I think that it's something that our community needs. Because when you think about some of these kids that's having these babies out of wedlock and, out here fornicating and doing all these things, maybe with Section 8 being taken away and these vouchers and housing, maybe they'll think twice. Maybe they'll think twice about that. Along with some of these abortion laws, maybe some of these women will think twice before they go out there clubbing and drinking and fornicating and letting anybody just go in a vessel. You know what I mean? And shoot up the club. Now women will think twice. You know what I mean? Now we will think twice before we go out there and choose to make decisions that could cripple us. So I'm not against it. This is just my take on it. May be unpopular. And it's just like at the end of the day, I know there's people out there that really need it, that really need the help. But they can't get it because a lot of it's getting used and abused by people that don't need it. People that just want to, not do nothing with themselves, bro. And the Most High sees that. It's keeping a lot of people in darkness and away from him. So he putting a stop to it. So y'all got to stop thinking that it's just man and it's just Trump and this side or that side that's doing this. This is all the Most High doing right now. To wake us up out of that slumber that we've been in for so long. The manipulation, the programming that we've been in so long, bro. Don't you know these programs was designed to keep the melanated families apart? Why you think when you on Section 8, a man can't be in the house? You know what I'm saying? They did that off the rip soon as they came with it. Yeah, you can't have no man. You got a man around here, then you don't need it. We ain't taking care of you. But at the same time, the man is being oppressed, can't find a job, not getting hired, dealing with racism and all that other stuff. So all of it is designed to keep the melanated people split up And look at what it's doing. Look at what it's doing with keeping the fathers out of the home, the dads out of the home. You know, there's more lost children out here running around, gang banging. You know, young women giving up their bodies for the nothing. You know, we completely lost, and that was a part of their plan. The Most High watching them do this. You know, because anytime there's not a real man in the household, bruh, listen, you know, it's not going to be good. You need both man and woman, both masculine and feminine energy around to balance and create a good family, a good household, good children, love, ultimately love. You know, and when you got programs like this that's being weaponized, it ain't no love. You know, these youngsters learning from the music, they learning from the streets. You know, they not learning, you know, from the Most High. They not learning, you know, from the men, real men. You know, that knows better, that has a good spirit. And scripture tells us if the man is not spiritual, then the house is not spiritual. A lot of these houses, a lot of these people that's on Section 8, that house ain't spiritual, bruh. You know what I'm saying? If anything is low down, it's demonic. You know what I mean? And it's just like, bruh, it's time for us to wake up. So, you know, I look at the positive of these situations, bro. You know, the only downside of it is, you know, you're going to have a lot of people out there struggling that ain't been out there in a long time. And it's changed. They didn't miss the train. They've been comfortable for so long that, listen, a lot of people, they not going to make it. A lot of people, they going to turn to crime, scamming. A lot of women going to turn to prostitution, selling their bodies. You know, it's about to get real serious. And not only just for them, but for the regular working people too. Because now you're going to have to watch your back. You know what I mean? Because if you think that when a lot of these cuts happen, that crime ain't gonna go up as if it ain't already up, listen, bro, it's about to be a whole different ball game out here. So I advise you too, while we talking, to make sure that you protecting yourself, men and women. Make sure you got some type of protection. You know, if it ain't a pew, make sure you got some mace. Make sure you got a stun gun, a pocket knife, or something, because a lot of people don't want to get right. A lot of people ain't gonna be trying to work no job because they too busy, you know, listening to what these rappers saying. You know, listen to what these trappers saying. Listening to what these succubus Jezebel saying. They gonna be too busy living, thinking about what they saying and trying to live their lifestyle and trying to get it the fast way. A lot of young men gonna be out here trying to get it the ski mask way. They ain't trying to work. They ain't trying to fill out no applications. You know, a lot of these young dudes coming from a single parent household where they watch their mom do nothing but be emotional, yell, scream, you know, and who wasn't of the Most High and of his spirit and of his truth. So what you think that they gonna go out there and do? What you think they gonna go out there and do when the streets and this music out here raised them? Bruh, I guarantee they gonna run up on something before they go out and fill out something. You know what I mean? I guarantee they gonna take something and shake something, you know, before they go out there and make something. I'm just keeping it 100. You know, so we got to be on our P's and Q's too. Understand, now is not the time to be taking steps backwards. You know, New Breed just said it. Now is the time to be going back, you know, to our perdition, to our sin, to our vomit. Now ain't the time, bro. Because any moment, Yahusha can be coming back. But now ain't the time to slack. You think about 1 Peter 5:8. It say, be sober, be vigilant. For the adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about seeking for whom he can devour, bro. So you think none of his seeds gonna be out here trying to devour you, trying to take what you got, trying to take your life? You know what I mean? Listen, bro, it's serious. So I want y'all to think about the magnitude of the whole situation, bro. And stay protected, stay in this word. You know, move tactical out here. Don't be out here just not looking around. Don't be out here in the crowds. Don't be out here doing what the world do. Don't follow in none of their footsteps. But allow the word and allow the Most High to guide your steps. Because when you doing good, he gonna guide your steps. When you stand obedient, he gonna guide your steps. That's what he gonna do. You know? But man, you know, I feel for anybody that need this and getting it taken away from them. But the ones that don't need it, the ones that's been abusing the system, listen, you know, now it's time for you to get up and get at it. Just like us regular folks have been doing for a long time. It is what it is. You either gonna learn from it, or you just gonna perish. Hopefully, people learn from it and draw closer to the Most High. That's all. That's the only reason why it's happening. He don't want you trusting in this program and in this system no more. He want us to wake up. So that's what we gotta do, moving forward. All right? And that's my word, man. My name is Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.